Hi, and welcome to Marketing Reef Get More Customers. I'm your host, Karen Bartle, and my special guest today is Regina Gulbinas. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hi, Kieran. Very well, and very excited to be here with you to do this.
Awesome. So, Regina is a business and life coach working with predominantly women, I believe. Is that right?
I am now shifting my focus more to women that are in business, but the last 17 years, I can go into that if you'd like.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about you, where you are, and what you've been up to. For what's got you to where you are today? Tell us a bit about that.
Absolutely. I've been a life and business strategist for the past 17 years. My focus, however, has been reorganizing failing companies, which has been exceptionally fulfilling, as you can imagine, because when you meet on your path people that are struggling, companies that are falling apart, you're not really just working with the CEO. You're involved with not only helping the company and saving the company, you're responsible for keeping the jobs in place. You're responsible for keeping families in place, because finances can cause a lot of issues in a household, in marriages and relationships. So there's so many aspects that you actually get to help and touch when you help to reorganize companies. So that has been my primary focus in the last 17 years. I've worked with well over 100 small businesses, anything up to 20 million, which is not really that small of a business, as you can imagine. And now I'm also focusing at the moment, in addition to that, I know so much of what not to do at this point, because I've seen so many problems and so many issues. I want to apply it to companies that are starting out or in the process of scaling, because as they're scaling, it's important not to do certain things or to do certain things a certain way. So I've got the information to kind of come way before they may need it, so to speak, and give it to them to avoid issues on the way up.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit different, isn't it? When you're starting up in your own business, it's a little bit different in that it's you. It's no one else. You don't have a whole bunch of people to help you out. You don't have a lot of heads to get on the task. And it is hard for people starting out in business. There's no doubt about that. It's awesome that you changed strategy. So today we're going to be talking about a particular tactic, a particular thing that you find works well for you in moving your business across this arena is to focus on the personal touch, focus on the relationships, because if you focus on the relationships, you get repeat business, and you maintain those people for the long term. So tell us a little bit about what you do in that respect, what you think is important for you and your business in terms of, making those connections but ultimately maintaining those connections over the long term. Tell us a few.
I originally thought, because I know this is also for the viewers, to kind of give them some pearls of wisdom so they can take it and run with it and scale their business. And I spent all day yesterday and this morning thinking, what gems can I give you? How can I wow your viewer? But I have to tell you, after going a few rounds within my own head, trying to kind of go back almost 20 years worth of information, the magic really is in the basics. Exactly like you said, it's the relationship. Your customers will always be the best calling card for you. They will be the best advertisement, because me telling you, hey, I've helped reorganize 100 businesses, I've done all these things, it's very different than one of my clients coming and telling you, hey, this girl saved my company. She saved my family. She saved the jobs that are relying on me making my business work. That's a whole different advertisement, so to speak. So taking care, that's very organic. And people are moving away from that because everything is so not personal. Everything is kind of digital. You don't get the personal aspect of it. But if you can, myself as well, of course, maintain and focus on the relationships in front of you, and you just pour all of yourself into that, they naturally become the best salesperson for you can imagine. But not only that, people crave relationships. Whether it's business or personal, it's the same across the board. People want a long-term relationship because that builds trust, and that builds loyalty, and that builds respect. And you don't really have to sell yourself to somebody that's been with you, 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, because you have historical evidence of a good, profitable win-win dynamic. So the personal aspect, as simple as it sounds, pay attention to what's in front of the people in front of you. That's really the magic, because people will stay with you, and you, by the way, it also greatly affects money, because I tell my clients all the time, people will pay for the relationship. If you can deliver, if you can over deliver, if you can really have your clients back, if you can really watch out for them, they will pay extra to have the relationship, to have the comfort that you really have their best interest at heart.
Absolutely, and it's very powerful. Like you were saying in the early part of that, it's very powerful. You can talk till the cows come home. Is a kind of a phrase we have over here, but it doesn't mean that much. It means more for someone who has received your service or product to say, hey, you have got to go and, see Regina. You've got to go see her. She created some stunning, amazing changes with me in my business. It means a lot. It means a lot to people. Absolutely. Yeah. So if, for people that are just starting out and they think, oh God, relationship, everyone's banging on about relationships these days. For you, what do you think are the crucial steps in making good quality connections with people, and also, for them to want to stick around for long enough? Because the place is saturated, isn't it, online these days, of people want to be your friend here, there, and everywhere. So, what's the best way of, well, for example, connecting and maintain that connection, but also not putting people off, going somewhere else?
I will tell you, and it's a really good question, because it's important, because you're right, the markets are so oversaturated in any industry you pick at, especially the coaching and consulting industry, because it's massively growing now.
Yes.
The magic is, again, the basics. You over deliver, and you have to be authentic. There is so many people online now. They start the conversations. I'm sure you see it. I see it all the time. They friend you, they message you, but it's all very, it's not authentic. You understand that there is an agenda. You simply know that there is an agenda. People want, and because we're getting so detached from the personal touch, people crave it more. So when people feel that you're authentic with them, they will kind of lean towards you. And another thing that I've noticed is that people will engage in a lot. And social media is a massive platform, especially Facebook with groups and for business owners. That's how we connect. A lot of business comes from that. And I'll notice that some people will ask questions, and I did that as well. And somebody will just answer just enough, and they would hold the rest. As if they give you the rest, you've got all of the problems solved, and you're not going to need them anymore, because that's their route to get you in. That actually pushes people away. You can't outgive. It's physically impossible to outgive the information that you've got. So the more you give, the people that are actually connecting through social media and building massive empires actually online now are the ones that are giving with no expectation, and natural, because they give so much that the person says, you know so much, I want you on my side. Here is $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, because the price is the sticker price is high for the right coaching, for the right consultant. So you have to give all of it, because you can never give enough, meaning there is always more of you to give.
I think that's so true. I think there's a fear. There's a fear that if we give it all away, then people won't stick around or won't pay us for it. But the fact is, these day and ages is that people expect more. I think they expect more from us as people who are, givers. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, because there's too many people out there giving, but not really giving it all. You kind of, like you're saying, they keep it and hold it, and then you think, oh, I'm disappointed now, because I've now got to make a decision. Do I stick with this person and go down the sales route, or do I stick around and see if they're authentic enough and feel worthy enough that they have got a lot more to give, that they don't worry about giving more and more and more.
But that's the perfect point that you're making. So if you come across somebody like that, are you really, as a human being, are you inspired to stick around? For me, that doesn't really inspire me. to stay around with somebody like that. I'm really inspired by somebody who kind of answers all the questions to completion. To me, that's okay. This is somebody I want to know. This is somebody they understand the principles of the universe. They get it. And if they get it, that's somebody I want by my side. If it's somebody who's withholding, by the way, somebody that I've noticed that's always withholding, and this is not rocket science, we all understand the principles of the universe, the flow of that. They're constantly chasing their tail. They're constantly, if you talk to them, they're constantly lacking customers. They're constantly lacking cash flow. They're always in lack because they're holding on to something that you don't need to hold on to that. But the moment you kind of let it go, you have this pile, crowds of people around you saying, whatever you've got, I want it. And I'm willing to pay you for it. I'm willing to pay you for it. Yeah.
Absolutely so. Well, it's been awesome. So thanks for sharing those gems. I appreciate it took a little bit of time for you to think what gems can I actually share today. And I'm glad you did, because I think some of the things you've talked about today are so important for people who are trying to have a quick fix, or they're trying to grab and run, or they're trying to get through people. And I have, like you said, I have a lot of people who I'm connected to who just want to get through people, get onto the next person, by directly selling to me every time they connect with me. And that really does put me off. That really is a turn off for sure.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's not authentic. People crave authentic relationships, whether it's business or not. We're still human beings. We're still wired. We want to know that we matter, and we want to know that our money matters, that our business matters. And when we let people in, especially in the coaching industry, the only way to have a breakthrough with somebody is if they really let you into the deepest, darkest parts of themselves, into their life, business and personal, all of that. So you have to be able to connect, and the only way to connect is to care. That's because people feel if you're authentic or not.
That's good. Awesome advice. So how can people connect with you? What's the best way for people to get some of your help?
Sure. Either through Facebook. I believe you've tagged me, so they can find me through my personal page. They're welcome to send me a message. A lot of people I know prefer to do messages. They keep their lives private, which I can respect. Or they can email me directly at Regina, Regina, at elevateforth. That's ELEVATEFORTH.com. Elevateforth.com. Regina at elevateforth.com.
Awesome. That is stunning. Thanks so much for joining me all the way from California today. I haven't had a lot of guests across the pond yet over in the US, but I always love listening to the accent. I've been there many times, and I love listening to that accent. It is gorgeous. Thanks. Have a brilliant day. I know it's late in your evening, but have a good day for what's left of it.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. So that's the end of the show today. I'm just going to play a little video of an outro to leave you with today. But I do want to say that if you are someone who needs some help with business, or particularly with your marketing, do come over to the Marketing Reef Get More Customers Facebook page, or indeed Reef Marketing or the Marketing Reef group. We would love to have you over there. So that's all from myself and Regina today. All the best, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.